Is urbanization good or is it bad? Urbanization is a sign of human civilization and a center of economy, politics, and social life. When more buildings are being set up, more farmers are coming into the city. This also means that more green areas and more forests are disappearing. There is a series of environmental problems that have arisen. But how do I know if urbanization is an advantage or a disadvantage? There is a focus on attention in recent years for some people. We can see a newly emerging community now, where there are supermarkets, schools, banks, and so on. Without any doubt, several years ago it was still the countryside. People depended on grazing and farming for the living. This is the story of social reform, and is also the history of urbanization. Actually, what are the benefits for us in urbanization? Firstly, deal with the income. The income in large areas is certainly higher than in smaller areas. The urban income is more than in the countryside. For example, Shanghai residents in China, generally speaking, have higher living standards than those in other cities. Secondly, when increasing numbers of people flood into cities, the cities are often becoming larger and many people move out of the downtown area into the suburbs. This trend of urban construction is beneficial to the future city's development as a whole. Thirdly, it provides development opportunity for big cities. With more people coming to the cities, urban development is experiencing a round of leaping forward. In general, urban development is important for national economy. While the economy is the level of the indicator of a country, urbanization is beneficial for us. Everything has two sides, as a balance. Since it has a good side, there must be a bad side. Then, what are the areas that have a negative impact for us? Firstly, a large amount of non-normal cultivated land has decreased. Cities are being built in the plain, where good natural conditions, and they are also built in the best agricultural areas. By planning, Chinese urbanization will involve taking the national land 3% to 6%. The ratio may seem small, but it is not small. About 300,000 to 600,000 square kilometers, which is equivalent to one-third or half in Chinese plain of the total area. In fact, due to fast development of urbanization, enclosure style is still prevalent, with a large number of luxury planned buildings and various image projects. The large fields and large tracts of former farmland disappeared. So many people in China had little land, and the conflicts became more prominent. Only in the recent years, the net loss reached 3,080 million cultivated land. This is the reason that resulted in large number of landlessness, joblessness, insecure farmers, and fruit production, and successive landslide. Secondly is the issue of how urban growth is too fast, and the cities are developing even larger, with excessive concentration of population moving to the city in a short time. It inevitably generates a large number of unemployment, shortage of fresh water and energy supply, traffic congestion, increased crime, environment degradation, and increased risk of various cities of phenomena. Some experts say that urbanization does not necessarily have a city disease. Have a city disease is rooted in the guiding ideology of one side, unreasonable industrial structure and layout, low-density expansion, approach the development of city to overcome the disease, plan to reduce urban disease, and management and treatment to the city disease. The third point is the real estate bubble. Housing in many cities are too many. and built up too quickly now. It has occupied a large number of bank funds. There will be a large number of houses left vacant and leading to economic crisis if severe oversupply or the price exceeded capacity of the public. Experience shows that the real estate bubble caused by the economic crisis takes years to be back to life. Lastly, the fourth and most important point, which is a modern problem of the human concern, is the environmental issues. Now, regardless of what is in the newspapers or in the websites or in the TV, there will always be some reports of environmental pollution that are caused by disasters. The most prominent is the issue of urban pollution. And one topic needing attention is the outstanding water pollution. Due to rapid urban population growth and rapid development of industry, a lot of water has not been properly dealt with and is put directly into the rivers. This causes serious damage to the water environment. The next type of pollution is the serious deterioration of air quality. The rapid development of industry, transportation, and heavy use of fossil fuels has caused a serious deterioration in air quality by dust, sulfur oxides, nitrogen oxides, carbon dioxide, ozone, and other substances that go directly into the atmosphere. The third pollution issue is that of rubbish, where solid waste, flooded, and garbage is a serious problem. Human life and production have created large amounts of solid waste. At presently, China produces 600 million tons of industrial solid waste every year. There are 3,000 to 4,000 tons of hazardous waste in it, accumulated more than 64 million tons, and it is occupying more than 500 million square meters. Annual occupancy 1 ton of garbage and an annual growth rate is 7% to 8%. From the point of views mentioned before, urbanization is like a balancing gland. On one hand, it promotes socio-economic development. On the other hand, rapid urbanization will lead to environmental of the human existence being devastated. We need to find an equilibrium that balances both sides, not only to enhance the socio-economic development, but also to minimize environmental pollution. But what is the balance, and how can we find it for effective results? In general, the pace of urbanization should be robust and should maximize the benefits of urban expansion. We should avoid careless and blind thoughts about the disadvantages. There are such methods as promoting cycling and reduced car use. This will not only reduce vehicle exhaust emission but also conserve the 10 renewable resources of oil. We should raise awareness of human pollution, recycle waste by classification, and strengthen the management of waste emissions from industrial enterprises and food. Overall, urbanization is disadvantageous more than its advantages. The government must plan for urban growth and development. It must make policies that will enhance sustainable land use and minimize ecological degradation. Urbanization is a crossroad which governments cannot ignore.